Right, so getting ready to do some cyclical power EMOMs. So actually pull up the program because I forget. I think I have 10 seconds of all-out effort. So yeah, we're gonna do 6 sets of 10 seconds all-out effort on the rower with 50-second recoveries. I'm gonna go nice, easy pace for those 50-second recoveries. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pay attention and make note of the top wattage that I hit while I'm rowing. So I'm gonna make sure that I have the rower set to display watts, all right? 6 times, 10 seconds, 50-second recoveries. $478. Now last week I hit 550, but I think that took me 2 or 3 rounds to get to it of the 6. So, supposed to be going nice and light. What are you doing, Chris? Oh, I lied. That hit 594. Okay. I was looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at average. My peak was 594. Five seconds, we go again. 10 seconds all out. Note the peak wattage. $541. So 559 is the highest so far. Three seconds. $535. Whew. Let's bring it back up. There we go. It's 566. Just felt smoother. Long pulls. That was the difference. This is fun because it gets you kind of competitive with yourself, set to set. Really gives you something to focus on. So 566. Is the peak so far. Two to go. $568. 568. We're going up, baby. 1 to go. So far, it's a gain of 18 from what I did last week, but last week the intervals were for 8 seconds, so I get 2 extra seconds to really let it rip each set here. Five seconds. $593. At this point, I forget what I got in the second to last set. I think 593 was the peak, but I'll actually go back and review the footage and see. So now we've got tempo training, and this is miserable. Like, it's, I think, one of the worst things that we do in training altogether, but it's a love-hate relationship because I also love what it does. When I was training for ultras, I credit this with being one of the reasons why I felt like I could just power up mountains all day. Not sprinting, but just this steady pace that allowed me to pick off much, much stronger runners. So I love them, but I hate them for how they're about to feel. So 30 seconds, and we're gonna rock. So the way this is gonna work, 2 seconds on the way down, 2 seconds on the way up. Never gonna lock out at the top, never gonna bottom out in the bottom where I can just kind of rest on structure. Constant tension. And the big thing is to make sure that I stay breathing the entire time. Don't hold my breath as this gets hard. First set though, first set should feel moderate, shouldn't feel too bad. So. So first set, like, my weight's on point because I feel like that's not too bad. I should probably go heavier. But I'm essentially starving my muscles of oxygen as I do this. So we're gonna have a rather incomplete rest here. We're gonna go again in 18 seconds. So it's 32 seconds of work this week with 40 seconds rest. So I still put that one in the camp of moderate hard. Right where it should be. I feel a little winded. This third set should be a mental battle. And then the fourth set, if my weight's on point, I'm gonna hang on by a thread. So it's not heavy. Like, I've got 175 on the bar. But it's just that time in the middle. It gets really hard. 5 seconds. Yep.
Tabata complete.
Okay. One to go. One to go. Ooh. Breathe. Breathe. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Oh. 4 sets down. Now, what I like about the way that I laid things out this year is that we just have one tempo training exercise per each strength training day. So we have 4 strength training days, where in years past, we had a tempo training day, where what I just did, I would have 3 more exercises to go like that. But I feel mentally it makes you pause, and you could say, oh, I'm tough, I would override it, but you mess with your weight selection, right? But when I know I only need to do this one, and it's gonna hurt, it's gonna suck, but then I'm done with it, like, I can just go put the intensity into that one exercise with tempo training. So that's what we're doing. And now I've got to recover. You can see I'm very winded. It doesn't look like much on video, I'm sure, but I'm very winded. And then I got to recover, take about 4 or 5 minutes, and then I have lower body isos. So 30 seconds work, 30 seconds rest. I'm gonna do a hex bar deadlift iso. I'm gonna let this sucker just barely hover off the floor. It's another one of those things that looks much harder than it is. I've got 275 we're working with here. So that you might be like, okay, that's respectable weight. And then you're about to see me use a very lightweight for a lateral goblet squat iso. I'm using 26 pounds, 12 kilos, because this combination after the tempo just sucks. And then remember, then I need to turn around and I need to go be powerful on the rower again. So, yippee. All right, 15-second count in.
Starting session.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, push.
Work.
Shake it like a jackhammer. Oh, lightheaded city. Yeah. All right. The rest isn't as bad on this one. 30 seconds rest. But it's just, like, I'm lightheaded. This, I don't know, man. There's something about hammering legs like this that just wrecks me.
Work.
Ooh. Yeah. Burning. Always burning. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. If you ever want to find out what it feels like for your quads to burn, the tempo squats, the deadlift isos,
lateral goblet squat isos. It's just, it does it. It does it.
Work.
Focus on breathing. If you see me pressing up a little bit, like I'm trying to really focus on driving out through my legs. So I'm just making sure I'm not resting on like structure in the bottom. Ooh. And this is where I question life. Fudge. Oh, fudge. Only I didn't say fudge.
Work.
I swear to God, I'm not being dramatic for video. There's not much worse than that. I take back what I said. This is way worse than tempo squats. Very, very lightheaded. What am I to do? 8 seconds. Where's the rest going?
Work.
We'll have to look and see what my heart rate is on this. I'm gonna guess 170s. Fudge.
Rest.
Fudge, fudge, fudge. It just hurts. That hurts so much.
Work.
Yeah.
Rest.
One more round. One more round.
Work.
I'm gonna lower into this one.
Rest.
Fudge. my God.
Rest.
No drama, that sucks.
Work.
If you start to feel it in your low back, really squeeze your glute, and you'll feel that dissipate right away. It's a good reminder to drive through your legs and not lean into your low back. Drive and squeeze those legs. Ah.
Rest.
Let's see. What I said, peak heart rate 170. Yeah. So, sitting at 160 right now. Ooh, that hurts. It's uncomfortable.
Session
147,
complete.
136. All right, so we have 30 seconds before we start. Once we start, I'm gonna go 10 to 12 seconds at 445 to 474 watts. This is based on what I hit during the cyclical power EMOMs in the beginning. So, tempo intervals, they're called. Which is fun after everything we just did. So the first few, sorry, I gotta keep moving. So the first few are kind of hard. Like I got there, I actually overshot it. So that's the thing, is it takes a second to get up there, and then you wind up going over your target. And so here we're just kind of trying to find that like, I don't want to say comfortable, but like moderate pace. Identify it and then hold in that range for these 12 seconds. So 30 seconds left on the 1 minute recovery. And then I go again. Much better. So that one I got right in there at 466. I could probably go a little faster off the bat. It took me a few strokes to get up there. The challenge with going fast off the bat though, is that's when it's easy to overshoot. That was good. overshot it slightly. I want to say slightly, I hit 477, whereas my upper limit was 474. So it's very close, but I'm kind of a perfectionist. That was my best one yet.
Rest.
There we go. After all the strength work, my butt cheeks are cramping. Too much, come on. That was my worst set yet. I way overshot it, 497. Tried to correct for it. Came down to like 430, 418. Focus. It's all right, we got 6 more to go. That's the thing, is it's just training. There's never a need to beat yourself up about training. We get to do this for the rest of our lives. I mean, it's good to care, don't get me wrong. I want to do this right, but it's just training. Should be fun. That's one takeaway. It's kind of hard to gauge intensity coming back to this after all that strength work. But I like it for that because it's not the same, but like, it's like doing these things tired during a HYROX race. That was my best one. There we go. So from the worst one to the best one. I'll take that. Real good. Multiple best sets now. I don't know what my best set is. I just had some really good sets. What's interesting is that I'm at 1,900 meters now. For this, not like including the beginning of the workout. I forgot to look at that, but I'm certain it was a little bit over 1,000. And if someone would have told me, this is gonna wind up being over 3,000. If someone would have told me at the end of that strength work where I just felt like crap, super exhausted, hey, go row 3,000 meters, I would be like, what? But by making it fun and gamifying it like this, and intervaling it, like, let's go, baby. Overshot it. Coming back to, whoa, mother. That was dumb. My hands are really sweaty. Wow. Oh, my butt cheeks hurt so bad. Kind of freaked me out. Makes up for that last one. Jeez. 2 to go. So I'm at 10. So the program said 10 to 12. If you feel spent and you're hanging on by a thread, you can stop at 10. But I'm good. Outside that little mental lapse with my grip, I'll just tell you right now, my butt, between the tempo squats, the deadlift isos, and the lateral lunges, and now sitting here driving into these foot pads, my butt is cramping. Good work. 1 to go. That was a very good set. There we go. Final minute. Just cooling it down. 3,000, stop turning, 3,031 meters in 14:30, even with my hands popping off there at one point. It feels good. Like, so that session is definitely a developmental day. So yesterday was a stimulatory day. When you're done with yesterday's session, you feel energized, you feel really good. Today's session, you should feel like you worked. Like probably like an 8 out of 10 is how you should feel at the end of this session. Like if you went any harder, it would impact your ability to go throughout your day. But don't do that, because we have, not only is this a developmental session, it is a developmental day. So I'm gonna go eat, recover, which I'm very much looking forward to, get some work done, and then later on, I've got a fast finish easy run. But this is what we're currently working with in Northern Virginia. So that fast finish easy run will be inside in my basement on a treadmill, unfortunately, but that's the way it's gonna work. But today's developmental, and then tomorrow is going to be a recovery-based effort. So we're actually gonna be practicing some HYROX skills, all 8 stations, but very, very low heart rate. So maybe I'll get in here and document some of that. If not this week, I will in a future week. But with regard to this workout, I didn't film a warm-up. I did not film the cool down that I'm about to do, but for the meat and potatoes, that is today's session.